I feel like a lot of people give them a hard time.
I
love Gemini energy, personally.
Honestly, I mean...
It's like you love them or hate them, kind of like a Scorpio.
Yeah. I actually saw one of my favorite astrologers ever. Her name is Star, Moon, and Sun on Twitter, Danielle. I follow her on Insta, too, everywhere. She tweeted, Scorpio and Gemini are the most slandered signs in the Zodiac.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is fact.
It's true.
I wear that shit like a badge of honor.
I feel like they're the most misunderstood.
But it hurts 2% of the time. The first time we ever got COVID was during Christmas of 2021.
Yeah.
So we didn't get that shit. We did good.
Yeah, we got the Omicron variant.
Yeah. So we were vaccinated already. Anyway, so we got it literally like, I think we got it, honestly, the night of your birthday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because we went out with a big group.
Yes.
But, like, we weren't out, like, hella around people. We actually sat outside.
Mm-hmm.
But we still went downtown to the city. So,
yeah,
you know, it can get packed as you're passing by people.
Definitely.
Anyway, so, yeah, we got it right before Christmas. And we just talked about offline before this, like, how depressing of a Christmas that was. It was so depressing. We were just there and, like, sick. And, like, we couldn't be with our families. Kept seeing everyone's pictures.
Right. Also, there was still, like... For me, I feel like there was still, like, some shame or, like, embarrassment about, like, catching COVID.
It's like, oh, you might die.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not making a joke about all the people that have lost. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's where your mind goes. You're like, I'm irresponsible and I caught it and this is my fault. Like,
right. You're being reckless. Like, I feel like it was still kind of like, oh, you're kind of being...
taboo.
Reckless. Going out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even though, like...
Yeah, it was...
We were being responsible.
No, we were.
For it being 2021, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it sucked. It really sucked. And I was telling Maya, I'm like, oh my god, like, that whole experience was so depressing. Like, that could have been a fucking, like, Lifetime movie.
Yes.
Because it was just so dramatic and so depressing. And I was like, oh my god, the title should be COVID Sister Christmas. A Christmas special. Tell me that doesn't have, like, a little Lifetime Hallmark, like, ring to it.
It's screaming Hallmark and Lifetime.
No, literally.
And
actually.
They just have the most original titles. Most original storylines. Like, they go for it, you know?
They really do. There's all these fucking, like, box office fucking movies. And they keep repeating the same fucking storyline.
Yes.
Remaking shit. Focusing on the lore of, like, one fucking superhero universe again and again.
Right.
And here is Lifetime. And here is Hallmark.
Right.
You know, working at ultra fast speed.
Right.
To bring you new and original ideas every day.
Right.
Every day. I haven't watched one twice, once.
Right. And they all make me feel different things. Like, they all take it in different ways.
They do. They do.
They always leave me in a shock and awe. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
I am impressed. And I think they need to hire more of the Lifetime and Hallmark
Yeah.
writers everywhere.
Everywhere.
Bring some originality back.
Seriously.
You know?
Like, stop with fucking repeating shit. It's lazy.
Who needs ChatGPT when you have them?
No, seriously.
That's all I'm saying.
They could, honestly, take out ChatGPT.
Yeah.
These fucking writers and producers and the fucking, Lifetime and Hallmark offices.
Right.
They're smart people.
Yes.
High IQs.
High intelligence.
Yeah.
High emotional intelligence. They get it.
Huge.
Huge.
They're all Geminis. And we can... If you think about it, who has the most ideas ever?
True.
The fastest?
Mm-hmm.
Most original? Geminis. And here we can say, happy freaking Gemini season, y'all.
Wah, 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 wah. No, actually, happy Gemini season.
Are you excited to breathe?
I am.
Because we were just talking about how, honestly, when you're feeling things during Aries season, you're getting a little angry. And this last Aries season was the least Aries season feeling because of like the eclipses and like all that shit, right?
You're right.
So I feel like a lot of us weren't really expressing ourselves the way we wanted to. And all those feelings kind of had to be put on pause during Taurus season.
Right.
And now that it's Gemini season, I feel the energy. I smell it in the air.
Yeah.
Like people are ready to express like everything they've been feeling, their frustrations, their annoyance, their happiness, everything. People are like ready to release more than ever.
Yes.
Because they didn't get their normal dose during this Aries season. And it takes a pause during Taurus season.
No, I agree. And I'm feeling that energy. People are trying to. They're ready to be outside. They are ready to try you. And you should be prepared if you engage in this. Okay?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to get mad, remember, Gemini's just going to have fun.
Yeah. Honestly. Like, is the energy working in your favor?
Yes.
And, you know, it's all about also, like, I don't know everyone's birth charts, but, like, I would say, if you're a water sign and an earth sign, don't try it right now.
Right.
You know, because everyone else got a little more energy than you.
Yeah.
And you're not going to like what's being said, what's being done. And the energy is telling you to just chill the fuck out because you're probably going to want to give up sooner than fire and air signs.
Yes.
You know?
They're
like excited. They're like that meme where the girl is like lighting that shit on fire and she's like,
yes. That's one of my favorite ones.
It's so good. It's
so
good.
unhinged. So good.
So unhinged.
And that's what this Gemini season is definitely giving for me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a little unhinged. I feel like people are going to be wildin'. I feel like more secrets and gossip and stuff is very much going to be swirling this Gemini season too. Like, we've already been getting little whispers of it, but I feel like we're going to get some more.
Whoa.
I don't know what.
Yeah, I was going to say of what.
I just feel
I
like
want to know of what.
More.
Tell me. Don't get me excited. Don't get the Scorpio excited.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what, but probably more with like celebrities and things.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like just more gossip and chitter chatter for us to discuss is going to be coming about.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love hearing it about not me.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah. I love living in the drama of, I don't know, like pop culture.
Yeah.
And I want to be messy and say others, but like, no, just pop culture.
Yes.
And we also love Gemini season because we always like to travel during Gemini season.
Yes.
And we have a trip booked, and we're very much looking forward to that.
I 10 out of 10 recommend everyone to book a trip with their bestie some point during Gemini season. Like, we've agreed it's the best time.
The vibes are so good. It's like right before summer. Because, like, I'm sorry, like, even though Cancer takes up like that big chunk of like summer.
Yeah.
I don't particularly like Cancer season for traveling. I want to be home. I want to feel safe. I want to feel cozy. But, like, I say, during Gemini season, like Maya said, that is the best time to go out and venture out. And, like, you're in the mood to socialize and, like, be around people and learn new things. And all that makes traveling such a joyous experience.
Yes.
You know, you have the energy for it.
Yeah.
To be hopping around, bopping around.
Your energy is just more open to it. And, like, the energy of the universe is pushing that, too. So, like, it makes for, like, magic. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of planets in Gemini, right? Like, coming up in Gemini season, I'm pretty sure. Like,
a good amount. And also, I think, you're right.
Like,
because
Venus.
Soon, also, Jupiter is going to be in Gemini.
Oh.
Which is, like, going to be just lovely.
Yeah.
For,
I love that.
you know.
That's fun.
I want to say everyone, but not everyone, obviously. But, like, as a Gemini moon, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And Geminis, you can be excited.
Yes.
So, yeah, definitely. And I think if there is some planets in Taurus, even better. Because, like, you're traveling, but you're also experiencing the luxury.
Yes.
And the finery of being out and about, which is also the best part of traveling to me. Like, the socializing, the high energy, and also, like, indulging in food and shopping and all that Venusian shit. So I think that mixture of Taurus and Gemini energy is the best time to travel.
Yes.
In my opinion.
I agree. It's just the best. Immaculate vibes.
Good vibes.
Everyone, go book your trip. If you have the funds and
the
ability.
ability.
Get out of my head. Get out. And even if you don't think you have the availability, I push you to make some time.
Yeah.
You know, you can take a Friday off.
Yeah.
You can take a couple
day
hours
trip.
off.
Literally, day trip.
Do something for you and your friends this Gemini season.
Hell yeah. That's going to be fun.
So fun.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
Okay, so while we're on the topic of Geminis, I guess they're just getting all the love. I saw this post that was about Geminis, and I wanted to share it, and then we could talk about it. Okay, so this is by @OceanGiselle on Twitter. I'll post it here. She says, or they say, being a Gemini is so hard sometimes. A lot of people don't realize that our duality comes from a really deep place. An initiation that only other Geminis truly understand. I've learned not to cling too tightly to anything because I will always have to learn the opposite lesson. And I thought that was so mind-boggling and so true and so perfectly said.
Yeah.
What are Geminis judged for? It's like being two-faced, or you know what I mean? Like you never know which side you're gonna get. Like those are all the negative, the slander that Gemini experiences. Is like, why are you always switching it up? Why can't you just stick with one thing? And it's so true. Like Gemini, no matter what, trust me, like you think you know Gemini and they're so this, they can be so that the next minute.
100%.
And it's literally embedded in us. You know what I mean? Like, that is just how it works. We were placed on this earth to experience both sides. Do not get mad at Geminis for doing that.
Right.
Because they quite literally have no control over it.
Right.
That duality isn't just like why not? Here, there, everywhere. They genuinely need to see both sides.
And I feel like the universe brings them both sides. And I feel like that's kind of what, to me, that last point is talking about, is like, even if I'm not always searching for it, Gemini will be out there, and one experience with someone will be so lovely, so friendly, and the next is someone is an absolute, like, raging to them or something. You know what I mean? And so they have to see both sides of people, or they they are quite literally forced to see both sides of things, even if they're not always seeking it out or asking for it.
Yeah, like, think about it. Like, we look at some of the most stubborn signs, like, you know, all the fixed signs or whatever, and they just cling on to this one ideal, right? Like, they don't see it any other way.
Yeah.
For Gemini, like, that's just not possible. Like, they cannot blind themselves. Like, the universe is literally showing them two different ways.
Right.
And both of those ways make sense in their own way. You know, and Gemini has the ability to see that with ease. And that skill or that ability doesn't come as easily to other people. So I think people look at Gemini like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
How can you so easily switch up? How can you so easily have your mind be changed? And it's like, because I see it clearer than you.
Yeah.
And not on some, like, I'm a god and I see it clearer than you. Like, genuinely, it's in front of me. I don't know what to do with it. Like, Mercury, the planet of communication, is literally telling me about both of these things.
Right. And I've moved through it, faster than you. I've processed this information quicker than you.
Sorry, not sorry.
So yeah, you're struggling. You're fighting one side. I'm already seeing the other one and agreeing with you on your side.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to say this other side too.
For real. For real.
And I feel like that can be at times such a burden for Gemini.
Yeah.
I love this duality, I just need to say. But I feel like it can be a burden for them sometimes because it's like, well, fuck, like, how do I make a decision? What is the right answer?
Yeah.
And how do you pick? I feel like I get sometimes they're like existential crises of
what
that feeling, what to do, and where to go at that time, and how to pause when, again, everything is already being
thrown at
me.
Yeah.
In every sense.
And the thing is, they always do it quickly. They're not, even though they're looking at it, it's not like a Libra. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. Like, they're like, oh, okay, that. You know what I mean? And they don't think about it twice. You know what I mean? They're not ones, actually. Gemini isn't one to, like, be like, oh, I should have done that. They're very instinctual in the sense that, like, they decided that's what they're doing, and there's going to be more opportunity to do something different later.
Right.
They're, like, hyper aware of the fact that it doesn't matter.
Yes.
You know? They don't sit with regret often, in my opinion.
No,
What do you think?
I totally agree with that. I feel like that's kind of like maybe the blessings of the mutable energy is like being able to just kind of flow into the next thing and not worrying so much always about my next step, because I feel like things will come and things will flow to me.
Right.
And I feel like Gemini flows obviously so easily. Actually, the way that they're able to seamlessly make everyone feel comfortable, get into places. Like, one of my favorite things to say is, like, Gemini will be best friends with the janitor and the CEO and everyone in between, and make them feel like a fucking rock star. Yeah. Inside jokes, like...
all of it.
Gemini is such a good communicator, and I feel like people don't give them enough credit. I feel like a lot of people give them a hard time. I love Gemini energy, personally.
Honestly, I mean...
it's like you love them or hate them, kind of like a Scorpio.
Yeah. I actually saw one of my favorite astrologers ever. Her name is Star, Moon, and Sun on Twitter, Danielle. I follow her on Insta, too. Everywhere, really. She could literally go anywhere, and I'll be like, I will be the second user on that platform because you're there, and I love you. She tweeted, Scorpio and Gemini are the most slandered signs in the zodiac. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is fact.
It's true.
I wear that shit like a badge of honor.
I feel like they're the most misunderstood.
But it hurts 2% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like they almost... just like Scorpio, it's like, well, I just gotta do me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And also, like, I have shit to say, and I stand by it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And we can have a debate. Convince me otherwise.
No, seriously. Seriously.
Maybe I will change my mind. Yeah. I'm dual.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Scorpio got that, like, death thing. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, yes, I believe this, but I died, and now I'm a new person. And Gemini's like, yes, I believe this, but I saw the other side.
Yes.
And people hate both of those things if they don't understand why, the reasoning behind it.
Yes. One of the other similarities that I always love to think about between Scorpio and Gemini, too, is they're questioning. And they do it very differently, but both of them, I feel like, love to ask you questions.
Seriously. Who's better? Because, like, obviously I would love to say, I don't know either. Yeah. Because, like, Gemini does it, like, in such a way where it's like, oh my God, like, we're conversing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, woo, we're moving fast. Like, you know? Like, it's like a hot topic. Like, it's like an interviewer. You can't help but be like, this, that, this. And you're like, fuck, I just shared everything.
Yeah.
But, like, it was easy. But, like, also with Scorpio, I feel like people don't see it. People just willingly want to share with Scorpio. Yeah. Like, I swear we don't be asking that many questions. Yeah. But I do feel like once we catch a vibe of, like, okay, I can ask you this, we ask the question. Yeah. That's, like, maybe, like, it's a little personal. Yeah. But, like, people love to share.
It's true. Also, I feel like when you look people in the eye, like Scorpios look people in the eye, and you just ask that one hitter question. Yeah. Yeah. They just, like, word vomit to you guys. I feel like they just, like, share everything. Mm-hmm. And you ask good follow-up questions, too. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like Gemini will be, like, firing them off. Like, it's just a different pace. Like, different strokes for different folks. Yeah. I feel like I couldn't pick because I really like them both in different
ways.
Yeah, you know?
Totally.
Like, if I'm out in a social setting, like, Gemini usually makes me feel more comfortable because they're introducing me to other people. Like, we're flowing in, like, light conversation. But also, too, towards the end of the night, I want to have deeper conversations with the Scorpio in the corner. Yeah. You know what I mean?
In the corner. Both of us facing the fucking corner.
Right. Right? Knee to knee. Literally. Eye to eye.
Seriously. Seriously.
You know.
So what do you want to be when your soul transcends out of this hell? No, totally. You know what it is, too? Like, me, like, if I was experiencing Gemini energy asking me questions and other Scorpio energy asking me questions, I feel like with the Gemini one, with someone who's a Gemini ask me a lot of questions, maybe it's because I'm also an astrologer, so I know both of the energies, but I would always assume it's like, this is lighthearted, like, you know, you just genuinely, like, you're going to ask 500 more people 500 more questions. Yes. Like, you know what I mean? Or, like, if another Scorpio is asking me some questions, I'm going to be like, this is intentional. Because usually you don't give a fuck unless, like, something is, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And maybe because I'm a fellow Scorpio, so I know. Mm-hmm. And maybe you should, too, because I just gave you the inside tea right now. Because, like, with Scorpio, it's not just, like, this is fun. Let's ask questions. Like, there's, like, a reasoning behind it.
Right. It's very direct.
Because usually I don't give a fuck.
Pointed. Yes. I feel like your questions are more specific.
Right. There's a purpose.
There's a purpose. There's intent.
And it can literally be like, I actually want you as a friend, or like, I'm interested in you, or like, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, not like just, we're not going around like Gemini, just like waiting for a social interaction. Yeah. Like thirsting for it.
Right. Because also, like, we were having a conversation earlier. Today's at me.
This is just a lot. I'm talking about my sun sign and my moon sign. I'm like Geminis. Like, as if I don't have a Gemini moon.
Yeah.
What you were saying.
I think I was going to say something, and maybe you can help me relate it back. Of, we were talking in the car.
Yeah.
And Geminis, they just talk forever.
Oh, yeah,
You know, like, they just want to talk. And sometimes to a point of what are words talking, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like Scorpio, again, they're usually more intentional. They're, like, choosier with their words. They're more of, like,
less is more
less.
Too.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Less is more, too, for sure. And also, like, what we're talking can also tie a lot into, like, your Mercury sign, too. You know what I mean?
100%.
Because, abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, so I have a song rec for the Libras.
Ooh.
So, Childish Gambino just dropped an album.
Oh, damn,
and I love Childish Gambino. If you're new here, my lore. My lore is that his, because of the internet album, is how I found out about him, because my boyfriend basically showed me him through that album that he had dropped. So like we fell in love like listening to that album. So I love him, my boyfriend, and Childish Gambino.
I also fell in love with the album because she would come home and play it.
And I'd be like, dude. No, I literally
and I was like, this is good.
Yeah. So good.
And then, I also got addicted.
Yeah, so he's great. And also he's a great actor. Like, he's just, like, phenomenal in so many ways. Like, just a true artist. And anyway, so he just dropped an album. So check out his new album. And there's a song on there called Time. And it's also featuring Ariana Grande. So also this is why I wanted to give it a rec for Libras, because Childish Gambino is a Libra and Ariana Grande is a Libra moon. And I just have to say, I love when artists that have like the same sign personal planets, like conjunctions with each other in synastry. Like, I love when they create art together. Because I feel like truly, like, there's, like, magic happening that you get to see or hear, whatever form of art it is. So I just thought that the Libras would love this song. And anyone else who's not a Libra, check out his album. Because chances are, even if you don't like this song, you're going to like other songs. Because his music is so dynamic. Yes. And every single one has such a different vibe to it. But, like, this album, I would say, is, like, funky. And, like, but also, it makes me feel like, I don't know, like an ethereal space queen, but like also like funky vibes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the song is Time. Check it out. You guys will love it. Libras will love it. And yeah, I feel like more people that have similar placements should create art together.
Yes. I feel like, do they know?
Because the flow, you know what I mean? They have to. I always assume that people do, because I know a lot of celebrities that do have amazing, talented astrologers on their team. Right. So I would hope that they do, and it makes it more fun to believe that they do. Yeah. And I just think it's so fun collaborating with people that have good synastry with you. Because like I said, you just are in a certain type of flow together, and the synergy of you guys creating something together is so beautiful. If you're listening, you should be watching, because I just created this flow.
This hand wave.
It looks like sperms going. And a baby is created, you know, which is the project.
Right. I'm thinking too, I'm excited to hear the song. I'm thinking of other Libra magic of when Cardi B and Bruno Mars made music together.
Honestly, they have good chemistry.
I love their songs. They have more than one, right? They have Please Me.
I think so. And then they have the other one that I love.
Yeah. Why am I blanking?
I have to look it up right now.
Yeah. But love. Like when my artist
Bruno
class,
Mars
I feel like they're not.
Finesse. Come on now.
Oh my gosh.
I love that song.
Embarrassing. Yes.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
All right, we don't want YouTube to.
Right. Flag.
Literally. I have something funny to share. I read the question. I found out a fact. You guys know I love, honestly, if you're new here, hello. We obviously talk a lot about spirituality and astrology and like hot topics, right? But also I just love to like just talk about random shit, and Maya does too.
Yeah.
So you really never know where it's going,
We're
but
fun
just know
factors.
that astrology just is the grounding element
Yes.
of it all. Anyway, so if you didn't know, I am scared of spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. One of my biggest fears.
Top fear.
Yeah, top fear. So
I mean, who really loves spiders?
no,
like,
seriously.
Who's
but no,
like,
okay,
I fucking love spiders.
No, Maya,
What? People
out
love
here do.
spiders?
Yeah, they do.
They're like, I love spiders.
Well, we're gonna have to cut this out, but yeah, I told you how like. So yeah, people do love spiders.
Whoa.
And there's people that are like, I understand. Honestly, you're so strong. The people that are like, oh my god, no, I want to let them live. Oh no, I put them in a cup and I put them outside. Good for fucking
that's a lot
you.
of energy.
I'm so proud of you.
Respect.
I like to support the company Raid. Honestly, I am so grateful for them.
Yeah. They do the job.
Go ahead and sponsor me.
Raid.
Raid.
I'm sure they would love that.
They would. I think it'd be a great fit.
Hollering.
Crying. That would be the most random fucking.
But those are the best ads sometimes. You know
I
what
love
I mean?
it. I'm like, how did you guys even
Like,
come together?
I would honestly love that. I would love to see some sexy lady with like a spray thing, and honestly, you just being like Raid and like spray out the camera.
Literally.
That's it. That's all I need.
Do it. Raid.
Right. You know, something real simple.
Done.
Real simple.
So yeah, anyway, so
was the
fuck spiders, you know, fuck spiders.
Uh-huh.
And I guess like my phone is listening to me, as we know. Cause tell me why my algorithm
be
throws
listening.
me this fucking spider fact, you know, post that said, someone asked, do spiders get angry? And
no.
The reply was, spiders do not have the cognitive capacity to seek revenge. They operate on instinct.
Oh, wow. Oh, well.
And I just thought that's so funny because in my head, anytime I like almost kill a spider, but then it survives, I'm like, oh, it's coming for revenge. It's coming after me. It's going to be even more angry.
Yeah.
But they don't even want revenge. And I don't know if I believe that or not.
Yeah.
Because listen, if you watched Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, his little lair, all of them was hungry. And they were willing to do whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
To eat Harry and his gang.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I believe that they are maybe operating on instinct, but I maybe do think that they are vengeful because how do you know to come in my direction after
Honestly.
I sprayed at you or
Maya,
like slapped at you?
You know what
I mean?
Yes, you may be right, but I was really happy to read this post.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, them reacting on instinct definitely makes me feel better.
Okay. I mean, because I kind of didn't believe it either, but I just choose to fucking... I just chose to be like, wow.
I mean, and it could be too, you know, it could.
But not that it
all
changes things for me. I have to say,
right?
I don't care if you are.
Scary.
I don't care if you are Mother Teresa of spiders.
Right.
I'm coming after you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You gonna die.
I'm so sorry.
You gonna die.
Like
Today
you scare me. I don't know what to do. Like
you are not safe.
I don't know who to fucking
in this home.
I don't know. Yeah, you're not. You're not.
And
well,
safe,
you know what it is? Like spiders are drawn to warm climates. So the warmer it is, that's what they like.
Oh no.
So this is why I love San Francisco. Like I love living in San Francisco. One of the main reasons also, besides the beautiful weather and the diversity and just like all of it. I love that it's usually colder because I'm like less spiders. So yeah, this is why Australia and like all those fucking places.
Oh, why they got hella spiders?
Yeah.
Dang,
Scary.
That is scary. As we look around, making sure that one spider isn't back.
No,
because it's hot today.
I know. Stop!
Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, the windows haven't been open, okay? The death grip on the shoulder. I hope you zoom in on that. Because that was like full claws in.
I'm actually fucking crying.
I'm hollering.
No,
okay.
you know, I always wanted to go on Fear Factor, but because I was
scared.
wanted to go on Fear Factor? Like, when I was obviously, like, 12, you know what I mean? Like, not today. As
yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because I would watch.
Terrible.
I would watch every episode of Fear Factor.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, me too.
Would you
it was
watch?
like it was like sick torture. Good. It was kind of like how I watch.
I loved it.
Botched now.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's like
why? It's so wrong.
But it's so right.
Yeah, literally. So then I would watch it and I'd be like, oh my god, I want to go there. I want to like, ooh, like I want to like deal with all my fears and like be a badass and I'm gonna win, girl. And then I would see the spider.
She said, girl.
Relax.
What you trying to prove?
No, seriously. But then I would see the episodes because remember they would always be like a height or like an adrenaline one, and there would always be like a eating one, and there'd be one where they would have shit on you.
Yeah.
And I would see the one with the tarantulas that they put on you.
Yeah.
Or like the bugs, the tub of bugs. I'd be like, that is where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line.
That's where it freaked me out.
No, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, seeing them like choke down the weird food and bugs too. Or
the thing is with the food, I know I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of proud of that because I could do it. I would probably, you know me, I don't have a weak stomach.
Yeah. Maya
see me blacked out and good heavens, someone make her throw up. Like, it would be good for me to throw up. You know what I mean? Here I am with like my one leg down on the ground while I'm on the bed because the spins are driving me crazy. Right. And like, that's just it. You know what I mean? You know how many times I wish I was a puker?
Right.
Surrounded by all my friends that are pukers. And
right.
I love that for them because they wake up feeling better because they threw it all up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I know I don't have a sensitive stomach. So like, I feel like that one I could do.
Yeah.
Bugs. Ugh.
No, I can't.
Even a snake I could do because I like snakes.
I can never unfeel the things crawling on me. Yeah. Even when I feel casually like a little bug get on me. Yeah,
I've seen you.
The way
that's
I
one of your
freak out.
That's one of your fears.
Yeah. Or like a little buzz by my ear. Like I am running for my life. Okay,
I feel like that is so Libra moon coded. Emotionally, you're like, oh my god. Balancing. Like, no one likes a bug on them, but I feel like it really distresses you.
It does.
And I've seen it, and I'm just like, oh my god, poor baby. Like, she's not okay.
No, because remember when...
Yes, when we went to fucking Lake Tahoe? Is that what you're thinking about? Yes. I know.
Oh my gosh,
that was honestly... When I'm like, I felt so bad.
So many bug things have occurred. Yeah, no, that one was the worst. Because I was also thinking about, too... when I was like, Sarah, I heard something buzzing. Remember? Like, yes. I heard something buzzing by my ear. And then the next day I had like a mosquito bite.
Oh my god.
And we still lived at the old apartment and I was like freaking out. Yeah. I was like,
you were like,
bruh, like, I'm like, am I going loca? Like,
yeah.
Why am I hearing buzzing at 3 a.m. in my ear?
Oh my god, seriously.
Because I'm so sensitive to the bug sound.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I have another weird bug fact
for you. Tell me. Is it going to gross me out? I'm down.
It's not nice. I learned.
Is it about spiders?
No, it's not about spiders. Okay. It's about yellow jackets. And you know I also really don't like bees.
Yeah.
Yellow jackets?
They like revenge?
Yeah. They remember your face.
Stop! I kind of... Wait, that is so... Actually,
they remember your face.
So Scorpio coded.
Right. And then they think ya.
Well, just be a good person.
Right.
How about that?
Right.
Oh my god. Wait, I love that about them.
Isn't that kind of crazy?
That's crazy because they're small. Like, For example, elephants. We know how they remember everything that's been on. Like that one elephant that kept going to that person's like grave and like stomping them out.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because they remember like them doing something like 50 years ago. Like that was chef's kiss. I was like, I love daytime drama on Animal Planet.
Right. There's nothing like it.
Like, I love that icon. You know
a Taurus being a Taurus.
Literally.
What I feel.
So, so the fact that yellow jackets have that ability, like, that's kind of badass.
Right. And how are they so...
Dude, you know
they're really smart. Like, you remember my face? That tiny little bug?
So, question. Now we're going into another topic that's kind of similar. Do you think the government has, like, little bees that are, like, spies? Because, like, for, like, a lot of my life, adult life, I'm like, okay, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I love believing in shit because I'm like, why not? Like, if enough people are talking about it, it probably means something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where there's fire, there's smoke. 100%. I'm not one of those people that's like, no. I'm like, I'm never overly logical because those people are the most annoying people.
True.
And they just have...
Couldn't agree more.
Told themselves that they're the smartest person in the room and like no one can teach them anything, and I hate those kind of people. Okay. Anyway, so I was always like, I don't know if I believe that, like the birds and like the bugs or whatever. I'm like, they all look so real, you know what I mean? Yeah. But now with like the kind of technology we have, and also it's been proven that like the military is always like way ahead of time in terms of like technology, like the shit that they're using, like is gonna come out for like the actual society, that normies, like 10 years or 20 years later. Yeah. You know? So I'm like, they're definitely, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like, what if they are?
I was going to say, it's funny that you said that you didn't believe in the birds. I was going to say, I kind of feel like it's the birds. Like, I feel like there are some real birds, and then I feel like there are, like, watch birds. Because, too, if you think about it, pigeons back in the day, they really were messengers, you know, like they were like bred, like they were like our pets to like send messages. So I feel like they still the ops. Yeah. I don't know if pigeons specifically.
No, I believe
but
it.
Also too, I learned that the military be training animals. Oh, so like I definitely believe that there are birds, and this one article that I read specifically was like they train dolphins to like to like alert us like when I guess shit is popping off.
Honestly, I'm not even surprised that the dolphins are the ops because they're also the rapists. Like, dolphins, if you didn't know, dolphins be raping.
They're the rapists of the sea.
Yes. So now they're working with the FBI. Like soon they're gonna be the messenger of the aliens.
The fucking ops.
The dolphins are the ops, dude.
100%.
They have zero morale. No, honestly. If dolphins were from any state, they'd be from Texas. No, Florida.
Yes, Florida. Because the way they also just be like running, like being free. You know what I mean?
You're so right.
Like having just a good old time. I feel like dolphins be having a good old time.
They really are. They make their own rules.
They do.
Floridian.
Floridians.
Floridian.
So good.
That is actually insane.
Yeah.
Oof. Wow.
That was a fun animal and bug
animal
deep dive.
Thank you. Thank you for being here for Charmed and Animal.
Charmed and Animal.
Okay, so I have something funny to share.
Do tell.
Okay, so Marlon Wayans. Did I pronounce his name right? Okay, I did.
One of the Wayans bros.
Yeah, one of the Wayans bros.
There's many of them.
There's a lot of them. How many of them are there?
I don't know, but there's a lot, and they have babies.
Yeah,
who are like also like in the limelight.
Yeah.
So
and they all their genes are strong.
They're strong genes.
Strong.
Okay,
so Marlon Wayans, this is a quote directly from him. He said, quote, "I never got married because I never wanted my mother to be jealous of a woman."
Oh no, that's weird. I don't like that. I really don't like that.
Like, why do I never want this to be a thing. I never want it's just weird when there is like a abnormal attachment between sons and mothers. And I guess fathers and daughters too, or just like any parent and a child, to the point where you feel like you can't live your free adult life. Yeah. Because they still have this attachment to you. Yeah. Like this is just maybe me, I personally think when it comes to your parents, you have to have enough love there where there is freedom and you get to, at a certain age, make your own decisions in life without thinking about if they like it or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they have to make themselves comfortable, and now you're at an age where you can make yourself comfortable and make your own decisions. So I do find it weird when I see shit like this, because it's like, you're just, and not even marriage, because nobody has to get married. That doesn't mean anything, but, like, you're saying that you can't form, like, a serious attachment to someone because you don't want your mom to be jealous of her? And you're saying that out loud? You're sharing that with the world?
And then it just makes me, I'm sorry, have other questions too. I'm like, okay, so then is your mother fulfilling part of this position of what a wife would fulfill? I mean, listen.
Wait, you're so not wrong. Because, like, why do the two go together?
They shouldn't. And that's what I'm saying. And yes, like, here's my other thing. Kind of back to what you were saying. Like, what, you never evolved to learn how to, like, kind of stand up to your parents. There has to come a time where you become an adult too, and they see you as a whole ass person. And yes, you're always going to be their child, but I am an adult, and at a certain point in my mind and my parents, like, I see them as my equal. You know what I mean? And like, I have respect for them, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna make my own decisions.
Right.
And what you tell me, sure, it may hurt my feelings. I'm not going to lie that it doesn't affect, like, it will affect me.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change what I'm going to do. Right. I'm not going to stop having relationships. I'm not going to not pursue dreams or do what I want to do because I'm worried about you getting jealous or you being upset with me.
Well, that also is concerning to me because it maybe insinuates that in the past this has happened.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, in what situation was your mom jealous of your girl? Because, like, that's just weird. There should never be competition. But this is a normal thing, and it does happen often, and it's weird. It's really, really, really weird. I feel like again, like, I just don't understand it.
I know. It reminds me of something else that I saw on, like, TikTok that was, like, maybe going popular a couple months ago. Or maybe not even going popular. But it was, like, this guy who was saying, like, okay, we're getting in a car. Does your mom sit in the front or does your girl sit in the front?
Yeah, right.
It better be your girl.
I'm sorry. I know. Like, it's just...
I personally feel that way.
I absolutely agree.
Unless there's, like, some medical condition and reasoning as to why she has to be in the front.
Of course. Like, if she's getting surgery, she needs to be more comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever. Right. Her back hurts. That's the seat that gives her more room. I understand all that. But, like, to just, like, be like, well, you know, when my mom's around, she's my main girl. What?
Then don't bring me around because I'm no longer your girl. So then
you got a girl then. Then why are we talking?
I'm sorry. You have to learn how to balance them. And respectfully.
Respectfully, honestly, this is the advice I want to give. Do not be with people that are like this.
Oh, 100%.
You're not going to you shouldn't teach them that this is weird. As much as you want to, and as much as I validate your experience, if you've gone through this and this is weird and you want to explain to them that it's weird, they have so many things that they need to deal with a therapist present that does not concern you. You know, so I say you break up and you find someone else that has a normal and healthy relationship with their parents.
Right.
Is the advice I would give.
Right. And also, don't go way on the other side of this. We want them to have a relationship with their mother.
Exactly. And respect her.
And respect women.
Like, and also, like, respect and know that the parent respects, you know, the person you're dating. Like, it's important if there is a relationship there.
Right.
Because I also understand people have no
Not
contact.
Always. Yeah.
You know what I mean? With parents or family members. And I really respect that because I don't think, like, you know, blood is thicker than water, and, like, you should always make it work. If there's been disrespect in that relationship and they don't have a relationship with their parents, I respect that. But if you do, I would hope it's healthy.
Right.
You know?
100%. No, I've always loved that my grandma was, like, very big on that. Yeah. Like, she's, like, she wants you to be with the family and put, like, family first, but, like, if somebody does you wrong, you cut them out and have no remorse about it.
Literally. Why should you stress?
No, there's no reason for it at all.
You're not obligated in this life to have anybody in your circle, in your life. You're not. I don't care. It's a family, whatever.
Honestly.
If someone is putting you in distress, they should no longer have access to you.
Yeah.
And you really don't have to say why.
Right.
You are just removing yourself from the situation.
I feel like the family you got stuck with is just as random as the friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you, like, pick or people that you come across. Like,
Yeah.
it is pretty random.
It is. I mean, it's like the soul family, in my opinion. You never know how your soul family is going to come into your... I believe in multiple lifetimes. Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, you have your soul family. Sometimes they're going to come into your life as your family. Sometimes they're going to come into your life as your friends. You know what I mean? And sometimes going to be a new one in your soul family that someone's experiencing for the first time. Yeah. You know, a lesson to be learned.
Definitely.
Karmic ties.
And I think you're...
Soul ties.
Right. Soul ties is crazy.
Soul ties is crazy.
No, but I think even too, like, and people don't, I think, talk about this enough. Like, sometimes your family members will be toxic karmic ties, and it is your duty to cut them out.
Literally.
That sucks.
Yeah,
but like,
it does suck.
You have to break that cycle sometimes.
If it's a friend or a boyfriend, like, it sucks just as bad, but, like, it's nice because it's like, bye, that's an ex-friend, that's an ex-boyfriend. Right. But when it's, like, a family member, there's also living in a society that, like, judges you if you do not have a relationship with family, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, fuck that. You shouldn't have to forgive people just because they're family. Again, how much you love yourself, that's all that really matters. And if you cutting them out makes you love yourself more and it brings more peace to your life, then I think the numbers are saying you should probably cut them out.
100%.
You know what I mean? The pros are saying, yeah, cut them out.
Right. And as
it's
someone,
better when they're not here.
Yes. And as someone who didn't always speak to certain members of my family throughout my life, I will say that space is really good.
It is.
Obviously, in so many instances, we find that hindsight is 20/20, right? So, like, giving a little bit of space between whatever relative it is, like, they will learn to respect you in that time, usually, and will yearn for what you once had, right? Yeah. So, like, it is then your opportunity and responsibility to say, like, this is how I'm going to show up now, and this is what I expect from you.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do this?
Right.
Because if yes, we can maybe start fresh.
Right.
And see where this goes with this new set of boundaries.
Yes.
And I think that's really nice. Well said, because it also gives you time to become more of yourself and gain more clarity and confidence so that when you do choose to take a step back, you're really, you know, you're standing on solid ground. You know who you are a little bit more. You know what you deserve a little bit more. And you're able to express that and let them know that, like, I'm ready to try this out, but, like, I have a new set of rules that I hope we can abide by. Yeah. And this is for me and my ability to protect myself because I have been hurt in the past by you. Right. But I'm choosing to work through that if we can try it a different way this time.
Mm-hmm. And it's so important, like, to find that sense of, like, identity and, like, just taking the time to think about what you really want and what you feel you deserve and what you need in relationships. Like, literally, if you need to, stop communications with everybody for a week or two to, like, think about it. Write it down. Like, manifest it. Things that you want, you deserve, you need. But, like, I really want everyone to take that time to think about it, because if you don't pause, like, people will continue to, like, cross your boundaries. Oh, for sure. You know? And, like, you have to decide what that is. I always say, like, if you don't set a bar, people are always going to be falling all over the place. You know? So you have to set it somewhere. And maybe sometimes with family, you're okay with them falling, like, a little bit under here. But still, you need to set the tone. Yeah. And that is, like, the greatest thing that I've learned as I'm getting, like, older, and something I always wanted when I was younger too is, like, to be able to have that power to decide that for myself. Right. You know? And I feel like as I'm getting older, like, I'm really stepping into that of, like, no. Yeah. Or yes.
Like, yeah, that doesn't work for me.
Right. And not feeling the need to over-explain why. Yeah. And if I feel you do need it, sure, I'll give you a reasoning. But, like, for the most part, my answer is no, or it is yes.
I mean,
and that's what
no
it is.
is a full sentence.
Yeah.
I need people.
I was, like, watching this, like, conspiracy story thing recently, and it was, like, amen is, like, was, like, a god back in the day. So whenever we say, like, amen or, like, amen, it's, like, actually, like, praising that specific god.
What?
And so when I heard that, I was like, oh, shit, like... Maybe bless you is onto something.
I'm crazy. I'm tripping. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it was like,
Amen. Egyptian deity who was revered as king of the gods. Wow, he may have been originally one of the 8 deities of the... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I mean,
what is religion if it's not a bunch of stories where no one has actual proof about?
Facts.
But let's believe in if it makes us feel safe.
Whatever makes you feel safe.
Who am I to tell you? Yeah,
I'm here for that.
If that makes you feel safe, I'm here for that, and I'm here for you believing that.
Right. I'm not gonna stop
Never.
you from feeling that way.
Who am I to do that? It's not like I have better stories about fucking 600 BC.
It's not like I know the man himself or lady herself.
I wasn't there, but remember, neither were you.
True. So do you really know?
Do you really?
But I respect that faith.
I love that for you. All right, y'all.
What were we talking about before?
I have no idea, but I think it's done.
Abruptly,
It's good.
but yeah.
All right, you guys. Thank you for kicking it with your girls while we discuss a little bit of everything, as you know. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, don't forget to leave us a review.
Do that.
Go ahead and do that because it helps us out a lot. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Don't you want to know the next time we're here and we're hanging out?
You do.
Don't you want to be here?
You do.
I think you really do. So go ahead and subscribe.
We had so much fun.
Comment about any of the topics we talked about because we love hearing your thoughts. Like the video. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.